Welcome to my channel. This is Cyanide Addiction, or you can call me Braden Stewart, whichever floats your boat, I guess. So I haven't made a video in 9 months, approximately. I guess, yeah. So thought I'd make a video since it's been 9 months. In that time, I have went through a lot of emotional trauma and a lot of shit, so which is why I have not made a video in that time, because I do not believe that making videos under heavy emotional feelings of any sort is not right, because if once you let emotion get into shit, that's when you complicate things and start saying things that you don't mean and bring other people down, which is not what I want to do. And I know that if I were to make a video within the past 2 months or a month, I would have brought someone down. So to give you a little insight of what has happened that has put me in a state of disarray, and pretty much in putting me in a very melancholic state, I guess you could say, is well, firstly, my uncle has passed away, which came as a surprise. I mean, not a big shock, like, oh my god, he passed away. No, it was kind of like, it just happened suddenly. Like, he's had heart problems, so it's kind of like, okay, well, he's old and he's got heart problems, so any month now, we were under the impression that we had 6 months to a year left, because he was too stubborn to get surgery. So, and the doctor's like, well, without surgery, 6 months to a year, which turned out to be the very next day after he said that, pretty much. He passed away. So it came as like a big shocker, because I mean, it was like we didn't even get a chance to say goodbye, kind of thing. So, which kind of sucks. So yeah, it put me kind of in a bad spot in my life. So then that happened, and then I pretty much walk in on my ex-girlfriend cheating on me. At least she was an ex-girl, or at least she was a girlfriend, not a wife. I know, but it was still kind of heart-wrenching, and to see someone that I actually grew very fond of, and first person I could actually trust. To me, as a person, trust is a big thing. It is hard for me to trust other people. I do have very big trust issues. It is very hard for me to trust people. Even my own family. I can't trust people in my own family, which is retarded. I know. Like, even my parents I have a hard time talking to and trusting, which is stupid, but whatever. But on that note, having someone that you actually started trusting, it was, and then walking in on them cheating on you, it was kind of like, ouch, like, what the fuck, right? Like, you don't know what to think, what to feel. I was in a shock kind of state, in a shock-like state, and for the first few days, and then ever since, it's been my emotions have been very melancholic. On top of, like, battling depression for as long as I can remember. I've always battled depression, and which, I mean, isn't a big issue for me, because I have battled depression and suicide kind of stuff, which, I mean, that to me isn't a big deal. Like, I've battled it all my life, and I know how to deal with it. But with all this adding up, it's like, fuck, it's like, shit, what am I gonna do? And yeah, so there was a point when it was like, it looked very appealing to end it, and you know what, that's not the case. It's life gets better, and life is great, once you get out of the shadows. But besides that, I've been actually being working a lot, being busy, or keeping busy. Um, Other than work, I've been working out at the gym, even though my face looks fat. It always does. Just to let you know, it always looked fat. Looking back at old videos, Jesus, but working out and going to the gym, and then for me, what I found out that works with my depression, with battling my depression, is I don't make plans. I go out and without thinking of making plans, without even thinking of doing something, because I know if I think of doing anything, my brain will pick out things saying, oh, you used to do that with her, you used to do that while talking to her. It'll pick out things that I used to associate myself with her, and associate myself with happier times, which depresses me more, to be honest. It freaking makes me feel stupid, because I mean, if something makes you happy, you should be happy doing it and actually be able to make plans of doing what makes you happy. But my brain always says, what's wrong with you now? Like, you used to be happy when you did this, but now you're just this melancholic mess, which makes me even more depressed. So what I do is I just go out and do things without plan, because I know if I plan and have that time for it to sink in, saying I have to be up at 9 o'clock and go and do this thing and do that and blah blah blah, my brain will be like, oh well, you used to do this. Like, I mean, it's bad enough I mean, no, I guess not bad enough that I have to go to work, but it's bad enough that I go to work and I associate everything I do at work with happier times and with her. So on top of those two things, I don't need to be doing that for myself. And then on top of going to the gym, I know, even though I feel better afterwards, it's the whole fact that, oh, I used to work out, and she'd be talking to me while I work out, or texting me saying how much she misses me while I'm working out, and blah blah blah. It's just like, I don't, when I'm done all that, I'd like to do something that, out of my range of things that I plan, like out of my things that I do each day. So where I don't have to plan anymore. Sorry. I have to stretch. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on there. A few things. No, I'm not a roid junkie. I don't take roids. Even though I work out, I do not take steroids. Which is apparently what I get a lot of the time from people, is that I look like I take steroids. I don't get it. To me, it's not. I don't know what they're thinking. So, whatever. Anyways, what are some of your ways of handling depression, if you have any? I'd like to get your comments and your thoughts on what you do when you have that feeling of depression, when you're feeling very much melancholic to the point where death seems your only way out, kind of deal. What do you do? Ciao.